to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a new strategy I've discovered on Dexscreener using Moonshot, which has been added recently onto their platform. So first and foremost, what is Moonshot? Moonshot is basically pump.fun that Dexscreener just added onto their platform, where anyone could launch their own coin for 0.02 Sol, and once that coin hits a certain amount, which is I think 70,000, 72,000, it hits 100%, the bonding curve. It goes on to liquidity, gets locked, it gets onto Radium, and it gets listed. And once that happens, most of these coins pump like crazy. So that's what I wanted to discuss and talk to you guys about. So this strategy is actually you're not going to be trading very often. You're not going to be making trades every few minutes or even maybe every few hours. It's more of a patience game, and I kind of like that about the strategy because it does have such a high win rate if you do it right, where if you're patient, you're guaranteeing yourself a 2-3x every time. So instead of chasing trades, losing money, you do this and it's kind of like a job. You're sitting on here and you're trying to find the coin that's going to, hit 100%. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples here. Here we have Chain, the real world, 4var. I already have them opened on here. We have Hodley, so let's take a look. So basically, if you look on, I'm on the 15-minute time frame. So clearly this hit, Radium, and as soon as it did, it hit almost 400k market cap, and these are 15-minute candle bars. So like this went like the moment it hit, you would have like 2x right away. If you sold right away, you would have been a happy camper. A 2x is a 2x. But if you held on, you could have potentially 4x, 5x, 6x, whatever, because you're getting in before 70k. And if you look at the other ones here, I got the white rabbit, gapped up pretty nicely, and also went, did a 2x, and it stayed at a 2x for about an hour, more than an hour, until it started to go down. So you would have had plenty of time to sell if you weren't confident and you can't want to get out. You have 4var, which did the same thing. It's like 3x pretty much. And then the real world, this one is, I'm showing this for a reason. This one actually, like, you could have gotten in and sold right away. You would have made a little bit of profit, not a 2x, but this one actually didn't do so well. And you could have potentially lost money on this one. And I'm showing you this because nothing's foolproof. Things like this can and will happen. And let's look at Go Woke. This one's still at 500k market cap. You would have gotten in, and instantly it would have, like, within the first 15 minutes, it would have hit 500k. If you just held on, you would have, freaking 7x your money easily. So that being said, how does the strategy work? How do I make money? How do I find the coins that are going to get listed onto Radium and, not get rugged and, actually make it? So that's the tough part, because as you can see in the finalize section, like I'll open that one too. It got listed 2 hours ago, and it made it. This one, Chain, 8 hours ago, 15 hours ago, the real world. So it's not happening very often where these coins hit the 100%. So finding them is the tricky part. If you get in, that's when you're, I don't want to say guaranteed, but you're almost guaranteed a 2x. So one right here, it's at 153k market cap. We don't even need to let the chart load. We would have 2x right here, like if we got in early. But I think one went, and it's on trending on Dexscreener. So my reasoning for why this happens, why these pump so drastically, is because Dexscreener wants that. Dexscreener wants to push these coins that get listed to their viewers, to their user base. So, and a lot of these, if on the top here, if you guys are familiar with Dexscreener, if you click, like Landlord is also a Moonshot coin. So like a lot of these coins are Moonshot coins that are trending. And I think Dexscreener does that on purpose for whatever reason, but that's a good thing for you, for us. So what would have happened here? Change this to market cap. I think it hit like 300K, 400K. And you could have like 3-4x on this coin as well. This one's new. This one's 2 hours old. And let's take a look real quick. It's just computer's not loading the fastest. That's yeah. So you would have potentially, you would have you could have gotten this coin, bought this coin, copied the wallet, gone to Trojan on Solana, pasted it, and bought whatever one you want. And yeah. So, and if you're new to trading, guys, and you don't know how to buy coins, I highly recommend Trojan on Solana. It's a bot that's so easy to use. I made another video about it. I'll leave the link in my description. I leave the link to the bot itself. If you use my link, you save 10% on fees. It's so easy to use where you literally you paste the thing, boom, buy it. Depending on your slippage and your fees you set, it's gonna go through pretty quickly, and you can buy and sell pretty quickly. And it's what I use, and it's pretty efficient. It gets the job done, and I don't really use anything else besides this. So going back to the strategy, how do we find these coins? So you have the trending tab here. So it shows you, let's just close all of these now so the computer works a little bit quicker. So you can see which ones are trending, and you see this one's on 90.1%, this one's at 85.2%, and so forth. So I'm not an expert in knowing which one's gonna make it. Like, just by looking at this, I don't know if any of these are gonna make it. Like, maybe none of them will, right? Maybe people sell, people lose hope. I'm not an expert. But what I can say is, just by trader psychology, what I do see is once the coin hits 98%, like, so let's say this was at 98%, people will see that and recognize that, and they know it's going to hit radium, and new buyers will jump in and force it to hit 100%. It's like it becomes a magnet pretty much. And the reason I say 98% is because I see these sometimes at 96%, even 97%. They just linger around there. So you want to wait till it's very close to buy it. And I'll show you an example where, like, this was at 95%. Like, right now it shows 2.3%, but it was at 95%, and it got rugged. So just by looking at the chart, this is the 1 minute candle time frame. It's started off strong, looking good. Like, this is a good sign. This looks like maybe it was a project that had a community behind it. But then, as you can see, it fizzled out, and it just like barely gradually went up for like the last whatever, like hour or so, like half hour or so, and then it got rugged. And if we take a look here, one person literally just sold like $500 million, 509 million instantly, and rugged it. And so this is something that can happen, and I made a video about how you can also avoid this. And by doing that, how to avoid it is copy the token address here, go onto Photon, paste it, go onto transactions by age, look at the very first buys. This guy bought 93 million, and then there's some other big buys you can go through. So you do your homework, and then you can open up on SoulScan. So you just click, it's very easy, you just click here. Like, I'm not going to click it again, but you just click, well, I'll click it just so you guys can see how it works. You click it here, I already have it loaded. And you can see this guy was just like, if you see something like this, that's a red flag. This guy bought like 98 million, and he's just sending them out to different wallets. That's a red flag. And the reason people do this is so they can dilute the top ownership and restore confidence in people buying the coin because the ownership is low. Right now you can see the ownership is very low, less than 1%, top 10 holders, which is nice on paper, but this got rugged. When I was watching it, it was at like 20% or so. So you want to do your homework. You want to see what happened in the beginning. And trust me, you have plenty of time for that. If you are actively looking, and like I said, like these coins are not getting listed every few minutes, so you will have time. So this is you kind of treat this like a day job. And one thing I like about the strategy, it's like it does require patience, but if you get it right and you're not chasing trades like with other coins, you're going to guarantee yourself profits with this strategy. So it's kind of like a job. Like you're going to be you're going to be kind of fixated on this part of Dexscreener where you're looking at the top, rising. Maybe there's a new coin that just popped up and it's like rising quickly. There's like a project behind it. Maybe you yourself will be in a Telegram group that will have like a community behind it, and you know that coin's probably going to hit because it has such a big backing to it. Or you're looking at the new coins, and then as you see a new coin, you know, jumping and jumping, and this is going higher and higher and higher. So you'll have time for that. So it's kind of like a job, but the reward is there. Like with anything, right? If you have patience and you dedicate your time to something, the reward's there. So that being said, that's literally the strategy. You wait until you see a coin at 98%. Like boom, this one just launched. It's at 5.3% already. Like let's. Yeah, so I don't want to open it. Let's see if it goes up more. Nothing's happening yet. But yeah, so like this is it's a waiting game, and I do think, and I do believe once this is pretty new still. Like I do believe this will become more like common where coins get listed more often, so you won't have to wait as long to find them. But right now, as you can see, that doesn't happen too often. Happens maybe 5, 6, 7 times a day. So that being said, the strategy can work if you're patient and you have the time and you're willing to scour this part of the website Dexscreener, this Moonshot section, and just wait and then you'll get lucky. You'll see something that's like a 98%, and boom, you get in, and like just like one right here, 2 hours ago, you could have gone into that, right? So it's definitely a strategy I think could work, and I hope you guys like the video and learn something from it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.